Okay, let's just dive right in. What we're going to do here is break down a super clear, actionable roadmap for Shopify SEO. Think of this as your playbook for going from a brand new store to one that actually gets found by the right customers. And we're going to tackle it in 3 simple but really powerful phases. So you did it. You launched your store. The design is perfect, the products are all set, but that traffic meter, yeah, it's pretty much stuck at 0. It's a feeling so many store owners have, that kind of sinking feeling of, okay, so now. Because let's be real, the biggest challenge isn't launching, it's getting found. And this quote, oh man, it just perfectly captures the whole idea of what we're talking about today. Shopify gives you this incredible high-performance machine right out of the box, but you're in the driver's seat. And SEO, that's how you pick your destination, put gas in the tank, and start driving real traffic right where you want it to go. So, let's get specific about that, shall we? To be a good driver, you have to know what the car does on its own and what you need to control manually. This is absolutely the key to focusing your energy exactly where it's going to make the biggest difference. Now, what's so interesting here is this clear division of labor. Look on the left. Shopify handles a lot of the heavy technical lifting for you, automatically. But the stuff on the right, that's where you win. Keyword research, content, site structure, getting links, that's all you. That's your strategy. And that is exactly where we're going to focus our energy. All right, let's get into the good stuff. Welcome to phase 1. The goal in your first week is not to do everything. No way. It's to score 5 quick, high-impact wins that will immediately put you ahead of 90% of the competition and just build a rock-solid foundation for everything else. First up, measurement. You absolutely cannot improve what you don't measure, so the very first step is connecting your store to Google's essential free tools. Think of this as your car's dashboard. It's going to show you what's working and exactly where your traffic is coming from. And the best part? Shopify makes this ridiculously easy. You just install the Google and YouTube app, connect your Google account, and boom, it automatically sets up Google Analytics and Search Console for you. Then just pop over to Search Console, find the Sitemaps report, and paste in your sitemap URL. It takes minutes, and it is absolutely critical. Okay, win number 2 is all about your digital storefront sign, your homepage title and meta description. That's the first thing people see when they search for your brand. They have to be clear, they have to be compelling, and they have to make people want to click. To do this, you just head to Online Store, then click on Preferences. You'll see the fields for your title and meta description right there. Now, the key here is to be concise. Keep that title under 60 characters and the description under 160. Why? So they don't get awkwardly cut off in the search results. All right, win number 3 is where the sales really start to happen, your product pages. And the secret here is a huge mindset shift. I want you to stop listing features and start talking about benefits. Your job is to connect with what your customer actually wants. Let me show you what I mean. Check out this perfect example from Biossance. They don't just say their oil has vitamin C. No, they say it visibly brightens, firms, and evens skin tone. That is the language customers are actually thinking and searching for. See the difference? It's not about the ingredient, it's about the result. That's the big aha moment. Next up, let's talk about a secret weapon, Google Images. I'm serious. Image SEO is one of the most overlooked traffic sources out there, and it's a relatively easy win. The right images can bring in a whole stream of customers who are already in a visual shopping mindset. So here's your simple checklist. First, before you even upload, name your image files descriptively. Second, in Shopify, add clear alt text that describes what's in the picture. And third, and this is a big one, use an app to compress those images. Large files are the #1 killer of site speed, which is a major ranking factor for Google. And the final win for week 1 is building a logical site structure. This is so important for 2 reasons. 1, it makes it super easy for your customers to find what they're looking for. And 2, it helps search engines understand what your store is all about. The best way to picture this is a simple pyramid. Your homepage is right at the top. Below that are your main collections, and at the base, you've got all your product pages, all neatly organized. This flat structure means every single page is just a couple of clicks away from the homepage, which really helps spread that valuable authority across your entire site. All right, your foundation is solid. Now it's time for phase 2. And this is where we shift from defense to offense. This is all about proactively creating content that attracts your ideal customers, sometimes before they even know they need your product. This right here is where the magic happens. We need to find what are called money keywords. Just look at the difference on this slide. Running shoes is super broad, incredibly competitive, but best trail running shoes for wide feet, that is specific. The person searching for that knows exactly what they want, and they are so much closer to buying. That's your target. So how do you target these amazing keywords? With a strategy called the topic cluster model. And it all starts with a pillar page. This is a massive, comprehensive guide on a broad topic your customers care deeply about. It establishes you as the authority on that subject. Then you surround that pillar with cluster content. These are shorter articles answering very specific questions, like what is tensile fabric? And here's the key. Each of these posts links back to your main pillar page. This creates a powerful web of content that signals your authority to Google and naturally guides readers right to your products. Okay, you've built your foundation, your content engine is humming. Now it's time for phase 3, the long game. Once that engine is running, you need to focus on the strategies that build lasting authority and keep your store in perfect technical shape for years to come. A huge part of this is link building, which is basically getting other credible sites to vote for you. Here are 3 strategies that work so well for Shopify stores. First, an easy one. Ask your suppliers to list you on their stockists page. It's a natural fit. Next, take that amazing pillar content you created and share it with bloggers and journalists in your niche. And finally, a really clever tactic. Find broken links on other sites and then suggest your content as the perfect replacement. Now, I know this can all sound like a lot, but the great news is you do not have to do all of this alone. The Shopify App Store is filled with incredible tools that can basically act as your own digital SEO team. Let's look at a few essentials that can automate and simplify your workflow. First, there's Sherpa's Smart SEO, which is fantastic for regular site audits to catch any issues. Then you have Booster, which is a great all-in-one for those phase 1 quick wins. For images, TinyIMG is a must-have for automated compression to keep your site fast. When you're writing content, Yoast gives you real-time feedback. And finally, Judge.me is crucial for getting those valuable star ratings in the search results from customer reviews. So, we've covered the entire playbook, from the quick wins you can do this week to the long-term strategies for building a powerhouse brand. You have the high-performance car, and now you have the map. The only question left is, are you ready to start driving?